Today is episode 10 of our Goodwill series.
Like, it would take you a week to visit every Goodwill in the world.
That needs to be a thing.
Right.
My husband's full of great ideas, but this might be my very favorite. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be taking you with me to every single Goodwill within the Goodwill Industries of the Columbia Willamette. I went on their website and guess what? It turns out that there are over 55 Goodwills in this region. So join me as we travel around Washington and Oregon, thrifting each Goodwill, looking for items to resell. This is going to be a thrift series you are not going to want to miss, so don't forget to subscribe. And let's go check these Goodwills off one at a time.
You are biting off something.
You put the idea in my head and I am running with it. Can't believe it's already this far in this series. We are getting so close to being done.
We're trying to plan out our next weekends and stuff like that. We're getting down to the end of the list.
I know, I'm kind of sad. I know a lot of you have said we've got to repeat it again as soon as we're finished. We probably won't do it immediately, but we are definitely going to be doing this series as a regular here on the channel.
It's definitely, I think, gotten us out to explore and make sure we're going to places that we don't normally go to. Maybe some Goodwills that we've forgotten about for some reason, or we just...
It kind of feels more like the beginning of our picking days over a decade ago. This is kind of how it all started. We were on road trips and we were going to check out a waterfall or to go see a national park, and we were like, let's hit all the thrift stores on the way there. That's kind of how this started for us. So yeah. It's kind of been a really fun experience. So thanks for joining us on it. All right, so our first stop is the Bend Goodwill. Okay, we Googled this brand and there are some that are only $15 to $30 on eBay right now. Some that were really expensive, but you know, you've got like first dibs in there, and maybe currently it's a higher end brand, but we're gonna go ahead and pass. Not quite enough margins for us. I kind of like this 80s napkin holder, I'm not gonna lie. $4.99. I like it. It's kind of like the 80s does Art Deco. Oh my gosh, my very first apartment that I ever had, I had these exact items. This was my little tea light oil thing. I had like oil in the top. This was before Scentsy, I think, maybe. And I would burn my little oils. I'm like, my apartment smells so good. And I had these little scrolly candle holders with maroon red walls. Anybody else? Anybody else? Just me?
I did not. My first apartment looked
what was
nothing
yours?
like that. My first apartment?
Yeah.
Really bad posters and a video game console and like a single inflatable chair.
This is the best feeling when you get your favorite aisle all to yourself.
Anthropology.
This one's kind of interesting. Hey, there you go.
It's a good brand.
It is, but it was only $32,
Yeah.
and it's $14.99, not on sale. I like the colors in this. This is kind of an interesting color combination. Whoa, that's heavy. It's signed JN, and it's green tag $12.99. Kind of digging this one. I think that's funky. That would be fun to actually kind of push myself to decorate with this color palette. See if we can find anything else to go with this color palette today. What do we think of these glass plates?
What is it, like a sushi set or something?
Maybe. It's a set of 4 for $6.99 blue, but that's that color off.
That's half off.
That is half off. I kind of like them with the little
weird.
stripe going through it.
Is there like more? Because it's kind of weird, like one big plate and then 3 little.
Yeah.
That's probably why it's still here, but.
Probably. But I feel like if you blended this and you mixed it with non-glass items, so let's say you have, you know, some black ceramic or some other colors, some gold, it could look really neat.
I mean, it's a good price.
Yeah, I think so. All right, let's get those. Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh yeah,
Darn
it's a
it.
pretty big crack.
Oh man. Oh, we could have got that for my parents' 50th wedding
It says
anniversary.
happy birthday.
Oh.
on it.
I just saw the 50
We can get this and set it aside for you someday.
And just save it. I don't know if I want that to be my theme for my 50th birthday party.
J can be for Jesse.
I want to look and see if we can find any glasses to go with this. It's so beautiful. It's crystal and it's made in Romania. This one's only $7.99, and I'm going to take a look for the stopper, see if I can find that anywhere too. Look at this chunky teapot. I love it, but it doesn't have the lid. It looks like it originally did when they had it out on the shelf because they had the tape to hold it. I wonder if why they would have taken it off, but I don't see it. It's so cool, but I feel like you can't do it without, like you could put a cork topper on there, but it just wouldn't be the same. It makes me feel like it must have been really good for someone to have taken it. No luck so far on the matching glasses. Just one more episode. Here's more of these little hand-painted goblets. These ones are so cute and tiny.
Oh yeah.
$2.99 each. There's a couple of the large ones there, $4.99 each. There were a few more on one of the end caps over there. Very bohemian and pretty. They're Czech bohemian glass, and Jesse saw the price that they go for, and he's like, whoa, and he ran over there to get more. So we're gonna go ahead and get all of them.
So the big ones are $5 a piece.
Mm-hmm. That adds up quick.
It does. So
it really does, but they are beautiful and they're in really good condition.
So you got $20 for just the 4 big ones.
The 4 large ones.
And then you got 5 small ones? Wait, 6?
6 small ones. That's a nice decent sized set too.
Yeah.
I think we could probably get like $150 for the whole set. So how much all in are we?
So you got 20. 6 times 3 is what, 18?
Mm-hmm. So just under 40. Thankfully, when we're in Oregon, no taxes. Well, we pay taxes, plenty of them. But
no sales tax.
No sales tax. Okay, yeah, let's do it. I think that's a good investment. I think they're really beautiful.
That wood bolt.
It's a little bit worn, made in the Philippines, so it's monkey pod at $7.99. I think we're good on bowls.
Okay.
Since it's not in perfect condition. It was maybe perfect condition. We've got a lot.
It's a little beyond just an oiling.
Yeah. Wood oiling can only go so far. Oh, who's this by, Jesse? Who's that by?
This is a Blaine Atkinson.
Blaine Atkinson. Watch that tail.
I know.
Sadly, it's broken.
Yeah, it's a little... but it was repaired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna have to pass on that. I think they want $6.99.
No Blaine Atkinson for us today. No. You guys, he's just kidding, by the way. He's claims to be a fish flatter expert, but he's still working on it. This is interesting. I've never seen them with little packaged up items before. Hey, I think I know what these are. If they have a little triple leaf or just like a little leaf on the bottom, I'm gonna be excited. Just kidding, they don't. But they look very much like the Russian folk art that I got recently.
We gotta investigate.
Does that say Italy?
I feel like it does.
I think it does say Italy. Oh, cute.
Made in
Italia.
Italy.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, and it's $2.99 for the set. Oh no, they're set. But still, that's great.
Yeah. Little creamer and
yeah,
sugar.
Look at the shape on that one. That one's great. Well, that's exciting. I like those. I'm looking for maybe a glass frosted or gold stopper for that, or even just a clear one. Sometimes they get separated and they end up in here. Maybe we'll find the teapot lid too.
I have a feeling if we were closer to home, you would have been bringing this home.
No, it's
No?
no.
Not right?
It's not right. It's great for somebody who's really into like a 1970s look and they want it to look really, really authentic, but it's not quite right for me. What do you think of this little holder? Is it a
Little
cup
caddy.
holder? Little caddy?
Drink caddy?
What do you put up here?
Maybe like
Shot glasses?
smaller glasses? I don't know.
Little shot glasses on top and maybe
Yeah.
$4.99. We don't have the cups for it. We don't know. We don't know if we'll have some that fit. What's this? Is that
This big thing?
yeah, I'm just wondering if that's like maybe a mid-century. It looks like mid-century color, so I was wondering if.
It says bistro.
Oh, well, no, never mind. We know Jesse doesn't like things that tell you what they are, so
Yeah.
that's a no.
Like, if I put that on my wall, does that mean I have to have a bistro now?
And that's
in my
all you can
house?
do in the room. Little basketball bowl. Interesting. The things we make. The things we make.
The things people purchase, actually.
Hey, I'm sure some people say that about my favorite things too.
Of course.
I like these coffee mugs. You know why?
Because they hold coffee.
That's one reason, but also
Wait, let me guess. I actually don't know why anyone would prefer that coffee cup.
because, well, I mean, not with the chip, but with the big, flat, heavier bottom, because they're kind of like no spill.
Oh.
You can have these on a ship. Did you know that?
You're right.
And like if the ship is going woo, 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 they don't tip over. They're kind of tapered that way for a reason.
My dad used to have a coffee cup kind of like this.
Did
And
he?
he'd put it in like his work truck and sit it on the dashboard, and I swear that thing never tipped, but it would slide all the way down.
back and forth, but it
every
never
corner.
fell over. That's why I like those. These are a little traditional, but they're really nice wood. $3.99. Oh, we should see if the lady we just saw wants
It's
that
the
for her
same
party tonight.
Philippines
Yeah.
monkey pod.
I think I'm gonna get these. I think that's a good buy. $8 for both. They're really pretty wood. Okay, so Jesse's giving his hot take. Give him your hot take on my bookends.
Might be controversial, I don't know. In the bookend community, they might get really upset about this. So I'm wondering why this is the sides that go against books, right? So why is the decorative side go against books? Why doesn't this flip around so you can see it
Because
from
of
the
this
outside?
joinery right here. It would if, I see what you're saying, because this would fit on the flat side, but see this joinery right here would hit right here, and there'd be this weird little gap right there.
Well, you can just join it in a way that it would work.
So you'd have to make the back a little bit smaller and maybe cut it. You can tell my countertop experience with corners and seams and edges is coming in. You could make the back smaller and end it right here, and then it would look intentional. We would do that with like the OG edge on countertops, which is kind of like this, to make it look very intentional and have a good stopping point. I still like them. Thanks for picking them apart.
Well, no. Well, yeah. Now no one's
That's what
gonna buy
you're here
these
for.
things.
That's
They'll be
what
like,
you're
yeah,
here for."
no, I definitely will never buy those now. An old molded plastic clock.
How much is it? $4.99. That came with the couch. Somebody brought that in with the couch. I'm sure of it. These are hand-painted Czech glass goblets, and there were quite a few of them, and they're in really good condition. Sometimes this gold rim gets really worn when you hand wash it, if you use a blue scrubber brush, for example, or the little blue sponges. So these were in really good condition. Somebody probably had these in a china cabinet for 50 years untouched. So we decided to kind of splurge on the set. We spent $38, I think, total for the set, but I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I mean, we'll find out. I've never tried selling something like this before, but I really do think they're beautiful. And I was kind of feeling colorful today.
You know me.
I do know
Red.
you.
I'm not a big red.
Neither of us are red people. I get asked sometimes why we don't buy orange and red items.
Color is an interesting concept, right?
Yeah, how
I'm
everybody's drawn
like-
to different things.
I'm cool tones. I'm blues and
Cool.
greens.
Cool. We're both blues and greens, which makes it great for decorating our house together because we actually make the majority of the decisions together for our house. I usually will take care of all the smalls. You don't really care too much about the smalls, but any kind of furniture, lamps, kind of more permanent or longer term pieces, we definitely pick those together.
You'd never get a red couch.
No.
Or like
we-
a red
no.
painted wall.
Well, I was just talking in the store actually about how my first apartment, I did have a red wall.
Maybe by painting your wall red, which was, I think, probably a trend.
It was a trend. Very
You-
early 2000s trend.
You learned through that process that you don't like
I
red.
don't like red. I don't like red.
Because every time you went into that room, you probably got angry.
I didn't get angry. Our next Goodwill is going to be which location, Jesse?
We're driving up to Redmond, which is still in Central Oregon.
How far of a drive is it?
20 minutes, I think.
All right, let's go to that Goodwill. Let's head to Redmond. Jesse, look, that's fabulous.
Oh, the candelabra.
That is fabulous. Will it fit in the cart?
It'll fit in the car.
$39.99. It'll fit in the car because I can put the seats down.
Yeah.
It's a backseat down kind of day. Who knew? It's kind of interesting. I don't know what that symbolism is. It looks kind of like a P and an X.
Might be somebody's just like...
Oh, it could be a church symbol. This could be from a church.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that could be.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's really cool. Let's get that bad boy. I just realized blue's the half off color. Wasn't it blue?
Yeah.
Yes, 20 bucks. What is this? We're getting this too. A little bit worn off, this kind of faux finish they have on it to make it look old maybe. I might use this to put maybe the ice bucket or even like a water jug for the tiki party. We never have enough table space, it feels like, no matter how many tables we have out. Donna, $6.99. That's a nice little mixing bowl size, not too big. Perfect for like making pancake mixing. Andre. Nice bowl, Andre. $14.99. I'm not loving the design on the inside, but I love the top rim.
Right.
This would be cool for doing propagation.
Yeah.
It's probably, oh, that's interesting. This actually kind of shifts and moves. It's only $3.99.
Oh, it's because it goes out like it's not
wow.
connected. So if this wasn't here, you can open it to make it.
That's even better for like a full windowsill. I like that better than doing my little cigar holder trick.
Oh, I
Remember my
agree.
little pipe holder?
I mean, it's a modern piece, but it's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Ooh.
These things
We're
are
not
barely
breaking
in there.
anything today. I have backups that have a bigger rim if I need it too. These little glass bowls are kind of nice.
Oh, wow.
Look,
Hey, what do they got? 3 kids in there?
that's the three
I think there's
wise men.
3 kids.
Wait, why do the wise men look like snowmen though? I mean, honestly, those look like snowmen.
It's a children holder, actually, Laura. I think there's 3 children.
We will never forget. We will never, ever, ever not know that these are supposed to be the 3 wise men. It's a nativity piece.
Yeah, it's kind of
But I don't know.
a
I'm
duh
starting
moment.
to think it's the 3 snowmen.
That one's not as cool as the last one that we saw, though. The last one had crowns on and everything. It was actually a lot more clear that it was wise men.
I should have known that. I should have known that. La Dolce Vita. You know all about that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there are so many coffee mugs here at this one. Whoa. They just keep going.
Maybe we, as the world, needs to stop making new coffee cups.
Because there's enough out there. Look at these. These have bonsai trees on them. These are more fancy teacups. Oh, they're Noritake, Japan, China. Those are really pretty. $3.99 per set. I think we're gonna get, there's 4 sets of them. Let's get all 4 of these.
Oh,
they're
they're made into
bookends.
bookends.
That's clever.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Bill and Diane.
Bill and Diane.
Remember they had all the old the whole wall of like P.O. boxes.
With shoes, and you could
they
get to
had
them from the
shoes.
backside. That was such a clever way to repurpose them and use them. How much are they?
They're $20 for
20
both.
For both? I think that's a pretty solid investment.
I think that's not bad. I think
Yeah.
there's room on that
I think so too.
for both.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, if it was 20 each, I wouldn't, but I think for both, let's do it.
You need a fish, wood fish?
I'm good.
This would look great on the middle of our table.
No. Here we have those same hands or the same numbers as last time. Otherwise, I would actually
Yeah.
want this. Dale Bennett.
That was such a hobby activity back in the day. And it was
Woodworking
like
in your shop.
you went to Ace Hardware and you got the same clock and number set as everyone else.
I am so excited for today because we are almost to the Dalles, and this is one of my favorite areas in Oregon to drive. We love the gorge.
Every time we drive out here, we forget how close, relatively close, it is to get out here and how much we love it. I'm excited to come to the Dalles and check out some spots here in the gorge.
Okay, we just pulled into the Dalles, so we're gonna hit their Goodwill store. We're not actually gonna hit it, we're just gonna go shop it.
That's kind of an interesting end table. I like the hardware on it. $19.99. Ooh, what's our new color?
It's red.
Red. Look what I just found.
That's cool.
Isn't this amazing? $24.99. I'm so excited. It's a backseat down day already. You like this old stereo?
I just always like old stereos. Well, what's this doing? This isn't part of the stereo.
Oh, it's got a cassette player.
I mean, you can hook up a cassette to probably the ports in the back, but it's way too of a traditional design. But
With the
honestly,
shutters. How much is it?
$15.
$15.
That's a pretty good price.
It's in really good shape too.
You
Yeah,
could-
for someone else.
You
Someone
could
else.
pick that up, take that to the city, and double your money pretty
Well, I would
quickly.
hope so. $30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. Dancing person.
Yeah.
Is it signed on the bottom?
No. It's half off.
It's only $2.50.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one. Let's get that.
Okay.
I like the happy people. Wait, are some of them upside down? They're doing cartwheels.
yeah.
They're doing cartwheels. I like it. That's fun. That's how I draw people, by the way. That's my art skill level. Just little stick figures. Although they'd have a little smiley face on there. Somebody loved pigs.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Look at, there's tons of them over here too. That's funny. What do we think of this? It's half off, so it's only $2.50. What is
Today's
that?
red.
Oh my gosh, I was still stuck on blue. Oh, and it has a crack. So now I know what we think of it. Near, yeah, you
wine glass
slide
in there.
the wine glass in there and turn them upside down. Is that actual real stone? It's real
it's
granite.
Granite.
Huh. Ubatuba.
Is that what it is?
Kind of looks like Ubatuba. Let me see.
It's not green enough, I don't think.
Yeah, it's when you get that light, there's some green. It's just a very golden Ubatuba. Oh, look at the feet on this. Look at the base. That's kind of wild. Very 80s. Only $6.99. Oh, that's fun. Let's get that. That's interesting.
I thought it was interesting, right?
This looks new, but that cat
like-
head's cool. It would glow.
Right. I can't tell if it's
No and a
old or
yes at the same
new.
time. I think this has got to be new. But also a glass
Like,
cat head.
that seems so like no one would do that new.
Now it would just be plastic.
It's like hot glued in there.
I'm so confused. Maybe that's worth Googling.
It's only $2.99.
If you like it,
I don't like it. It's not like I want it at home or something. I'm just,
here, let's show them how it, look, if you have the candle glowing. It's kind of fun. It's kind of cheesy and kind of fun.
Natural Wonders Cat Accents Glass Candle Holder. It's vintage.
Is it
well,
really?
Someone on Etsy claims it to be.
You need at least 3 to verify, and that's still not
Let me
really
do
verifying.
some $15.99. Someone's got one listed on eBay. There's a bunch of them out there.
Yeah, that's probably a newer production.
They're all from like $16 to like
Yeah, let's pass on that.
$20.
It's an almost cool thing. I like the cat head and the glowing with the candle, but the finish on the rest of it, I'm not digging. Kind of makes it look like a pumpkin. Here's another pig from that collection. It's a natural stone one. Is that a candle holder for a little skinny candle?
That'd be kind of weird.
A pencil holder, single pencil. I'm gonna get these for decorating at the studio. It's a set of 4 of them. This is a Pioneer Woman canister. It's really gorgeous. They do sell for quite a bit, but I think it's kind of a copy of an antique style. Isn't that beautiful though? Your mom loves Pioneer Woman. She makes a lot of the recipes from her recipe book. She's a cook. She's a chef. If it was purple, I'd get it for your mom. Oh, does it say Pioneer Woman on it? Or what's it say on there?
I don't know what
Maybe
that
look on the
says.
inside down. Sometimes
Yeah, I think
that
you're right.
helps.
Pioneer Woman.
Look at
Put
that.
my hand behind it. Does that help?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, if it was purple, then it would go with your mom's kitchen stuff. It's a little tiny one. Oh, it's only $2.99. It's like a baby for just like a single espresso. I've never seen one that small.
Look at this one. It's old. It's got a plywood seat.
$4.99. You should start a folding chair company. All vintage folding chairs. Hand selected by Jesse. Murano bowl. Unfortunately, it's got kind of a glue there, which I don't think is a good thing. It's even signed by the artist, and it's $25. I'm not going to get it because of the damage, but boy, if that wasn't damaged, that could be a pretty valuable bowl. Do you think that would work with the lamp that we got? It needs a stained glass shade. It's only $12.99.
I don't know.
It might not be long enough, but we should definitely get it either
This
way.
looks more for like a table lamp size, but we have so many lamps without shades
Yeah.
back at the shop. I am sure
We'll find something for it.
someday we'll find something cool that it could go with.
That's a nice one. I like the shape on it,
And
gonna sell
none of them are broken.
which is amazing.
I agree with this.
Live life to the fullest. Do you need a sign to remind yourself?
Yeah.
I saw you with that in your hand earlier.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those goofy things from the 70s, late 70s. It's just one of those goofy things that happened in that era, I feel like. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, no,
Like-
I didn't live in the 70s.
I don't know, just like Care Bears and,
Cutesy stuff.
like even those like Robert designers.
Maxwell, like the hedgehogs and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's like a cutesy version of that.
This
is
just
what you're
seems
thinking?
very never-ending story and
Okay,
like
now we're talking.
Dave Henson or Jim Henson stuff, the Muppets and
Muppets.
like things like that. Anyway,
Nostalgic.
this guy's been through some stuff.
He's had a rough day.
He's had a rough one.
fired up about the art.
Dallas was awesome.
Heck yeah.
I knew I loved this town. I knew I loved the gorge.
Do you know what piece of art I found here at this Goodwill years and years ago? I found a piece of art and I staged Lorenzo with it. I was like, how am I going to stage this piece of art? Like, you know how everyone's like, you've got to style up that head? This was like a head for Jesse. He did not like this piece of art at all.
I
He was
remember.
like, what is wrong with you, Laura?
I do remember when you came home, I was like, what is that? It was a ridiculous leopard painting thing. You know what I really remember?
What?
Is you sold it, which was the biggest surprise ever to me.
Sold it for like $500.
But you
too.
sold it to this like 20-year-old guy who showed up off Facebook Marketplace, who we did not think that was the clientele. And he just said he saw it on Facebook and he just thought, this thing is wild and it would look good like in his bedroom.
Yep, and he was going to put it above his bed.
Yeah, this guy, when he showed up, I mean, he just looked like...
Your average Joe down the street.
Yeah, like, I mean, he didn't fit the description.
Which, by the way,
who you thought would buy it.
Nobody would buy it. I remember you thought no one would buy it, and I sold it for $500 the day or the day after I listed it. It was fast, and it was like it went to the right person. I was just this middleman who was like mediating between this thrift store art and finding it the right home, and I was very happy. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I knocked it out of the park with my Lorenzo staging. I think it worked.
You did. Yes, it's not the first or the last time I've doubted you on a purchase. To be honest, it still happens on a weekly basis,
Sometimes
maybe.
daily. But this art, he didn't doubt.
No,
Not
this
at
is
all.
cool. You know what's cool about it? It captures the landscape here in a very, what would you say, is this 80s?
I would say it's probably
Early 90s,
Actually, I think
80s?
it could be 70s even because of how old it looks on the back. I don't know, but I'm just basing that off of the canvas on the back looks much older than just 80s, 90s, but 70s, 80s maybe.
Yeah, 80s is old too now.
It is old. I guess 50 years is pretty old. Wait,
50
I'm not
years?
50. I'm not 50. What am I talking about? 40 years. 40 years.
You scared me.
I love how straight across and linear it is. I think that's really unique, and I want to find a place in our home for this if we can. I don't know if we have a wall for it. We have so many windows, which is an amazing thing, but
Yeah, our wall space is limited.
as a recovering gallery wallist, it's difficult sometimes.
We have some pretty cool art pieces that we don't have up already because we have limited wall space.
This is true. This is
So
true.
the Ben Goodwills, and then also along with the other Ben thrift stores, and I know that videos come out already, so like,
It's a separate episode.
yeah, but you put those together
As a
and
whole.
you have a good day in Bend.
Good day. We always have
You have a good
time.
day in Redmond.
We always have fun too because the nature, and it's just like a really beautiful drive. So
Yeah.
no matter where you're coming from, if you come into Oregon and you're wanting to hit a lot of the Goodwills on this, I know that the Bend, Redmond, and the Dalles are quite far in comparison to the metro area, the Portland metro area, but don't write them off. They're good. They're good stores. Take a few extra days and go on a road trip.
Yeah. Or hit it on your way to Reno or something.
Don't hit it. Just go shopping.
Just go shop.
It's not a joke. I'm not good at jokes like you are. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us and shopping. And we've got just a few more left in this series. I cannot believe it. It's coming to a close soon. But don't worry, we're going to be doing this more frequently. I can't promise when we're going to start this series all over again. This is a thing. This is a thing now.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
This is a thing. This is a all the Goodwills thing.
All the Goodwills thing, and then I have an idea. I don't want to elaborate too much on it, but I have an idea of a comparison year by year or every 6 months and doing a side-by-side comparison too of the things that we find. Because maybe certain seasons are better to go thrifting in. I don't know. We're going to find
Certain
out.
season, maybe certain months.
Yeah.
Maybe moon phases, maybe certain moon phases.
When there's a pink moon,
Yeah,
there's good vintage.
maybe it's
No, but after the holidays, truly, January, February can be really, really good months to thrift in our area because everybody is cleaning out their house, like a before spring cleaning, but like post-Christmas cleaning. I don't know. It just seems to be a really good time in our area. So maybe we'll pick this series up again in January or February. Who knows?
You're talking like this is the last episode.
I know. I'm doing like a full.
You're doing like a
closeout.
full-on series closeout.
I'm not.
It's
not over.
This lady right here, she's got a bird carrying.
Is it carrying?
She's carrying a bird in this
Maybe
carrier.
she rescued it.
She's taking her bird for a walk.
They used to do that in like Victorian days. It's actually kind of messed up because birds in a cage is not a good thing.
Right.
This is like a bird in a carrier though. Like maybe it's going to the vet.
Maybe.
She just, I don't know, maybe it's a therapy bird. That could be a thing.
She's kind of talking to it too.
Yeah, she likes her bird. Bird looked okay. Don't worry.
Bird was fine.
We're going to see you in the next episode here very soon.